welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how to multiply and divide integers. So I'm on page 3 and I have titled my page here, so go ahead and do that in your notebooks. So when I multiply and divide integers, I'm actually going to follow the same rules. So when we talk about multiplying and divide integers, my rule is same sign. Remember, we talked about same sign with both positive or both negative. So same sign positive, different sign negative. When I use this, I also like to use what I call Mr. Grumpy. So Mr. Grumpy has a triangular shaped face. And this does not make him very happy. So we always want to try to remember our rules that we learned before. A positive times a positive, 2 times 3 is positive 6. So Mr. Grumpy has a positive body to remind us of the rule that we've always been working on since elementary school. Positive always has positive. Mr. Grumpy has a triangular shaped head, so he is grouchy. He has slanted eyes, and he kind of has a pursed mouth. So he kind of has his mouth just pursed up together, and he is just kind of grumpy. So this is Mr. Grumpy. I like to put Mr. Grumpy on my papers when I'm working, and I'm going to show you how we use Mr. Grumpy. So if I give you something like 3 times 2, remember, the body reminds us that a positive times a positive makes a positive. 3 times 2 is 6. If I give you something like negative 6 times 4, I have a negative and a positive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to Mr. Grumpy. I'm going to cover one of his eyes for my negative, because it's a negative symbol. I'm going to cover my positive symbol, which is his mouth. And I am left with one of his eyes, which is a negative symbol. So my answer is going to be a negative number. Also, different sign, negative. Negative, positive, different sign, so I'm going to have a negative. But what you're going to do is you're going to cover up what it is that's in your problem. We have a negative and a positive, so cover up my negative and a positive, and it leaves a negative. 6 times 4 is 24. So negative 24 is my answer. Be careful when you're writing, you guys. You want to make sure your negative symbols are nice and big. If I give you something like 9 times negative 3. I'm going to do a positive times a negative, which means that I'm going to cover up my positive and my negative. I'm left with a negative. Different sign makes negative. 9 times 3 is 27. If I give you something like 24 divided by negative 2, same rules apply. I have a positive and a negative, which means my answer is going to be a negative, because different sign, positive, negative, cover up those eyes and the lips. 24 divided by 2 is 12, negative 12. If I give you something like negative 3 times negative 7, I have a negative and a negative. So I'm going to cover up my negative, cover up my negative. I'm left with a positive. Same sign, positive. So I'm going to get a positive 21. If I give you something like negative 12 times negative 2, a negative and a negative make a positive, negative, negative. I'm left with a positive 24. I hope this helps you understand our multiplying and dividing rules for our integers. I hope this helps you understand your assignment. Have fun with the rest of your day.